We're with Life Comes Death, and you're listening to allwnyradio.com.
With Life Comes Death, I'm Will.
I'm Rob.
What's up, guys? I'm Nick.
I'm John.
What do you play? Will?
Guitar.
Bass.
I'm a guitarist.
Drummer.
Cool. You've got some recorded material.
Absolutely.
How many tracks?
How many tracks do we have? 6.
Any titles come to mind that you'd like to speak about?
Crossroads. Crossroads is definitely a good song. Like a little bit why it's a good song would be because it's we're a band that's been in a very transitional phase, and Crossroads to us is like we're caught in the crossroads of our lives, and it's going to explain that in the song and how we're getting through it. It kind of relates to other people being stuck in a hard time in their life, and it's something that everybody can relate to.
About the where'd you record it?
We recorded at Oblivion Studios. It's out in Rochester. Definitely recommend it if you get a chance.
Any particular reason you went there?
That would be these guys, actually.
Well, a good reason would be a good buddy of ours, Kevin Murphy. He's a guitarist in a brother band. They're called Vanity Strikes. They're an amazing band. He's an amazing kid. They're a great group of guys, and he's really good at what he does. And he offered us a great deal to come out there, record the whole album. He's going to work personally with us and make us sound as great as he can. He's just all around a great guy. It's a great atmosphere to record in and be in.
Is that Vanity Strikes?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, Vanity Strikes.
How was it recording your drums in that studio?
It went pretty smoothly. I just played to a click track, but I practice a lot with the click track, so I have it all down. So
Great. Any weird stories about recording this CD?
There are a few weird things that happen out there, but the weirdest one, I don't remember all the details, but I know there's something involving an abandoned warehouse burning down. I think Nick remembers the story best.
Yeah, it was an abandoned the whole building itself is in a warehouse. It's like this little off, like dead-end street warehouse building. A small corner is the studio. Right across the parking lot, there's this huge warehouse complex. We're inside recording, doing our thing. We go outside for a smoke break and look up and everything's on fire. And we're like, what the hell? We go inside, tell the guy. He's like, oh yeah, it catches on fire all the time. And we're like, what the hell? We come back a week later to finish up the album. It's like a whole city street is just gone. It's just a big flat land. And it was like, music video?
Cool, man. So you played your set here at Broadway Joe's. How did you feel that went?
I mean, we're our own worst critics. We do a lot of we get off stage and we're like, oh, we sucked, and then everybody comes up and like, dude, great set, and it's vindicating. But ultimately, we strive to do better every time. We get off stage, we look at what we can do better by the videos. We tape every set and we watch them, and that's basically we strive to succeed in this. And once we get off stage, we don't really judge ourselves like that. We just kind of take it as it is.
Yeah, you're never going to improve if you're happy with your stuff. You have to always critique it, always want to get better, or you're just going to stay the same.
Cool, man. Sounds good. You had a great set. I thought it was a great set.
Oh, thank you.
Cool, man. Any upcoming shows?
Yeah, we have a show coming up May 15th. It's the Eat Your Heart Out tour. They're stopping in Buffalo at Broadway Joe's again, and we're going to be playing pretty much direct support. We got another brother local band, but it's only the two of us opening for I The Breather, My Ticket Home, and a couple other awesome bands. Definitely stop by and check it out.
From the same promoter tonight?
Yep.
Want to mention his name? Or?
Oh, yeah. Check out Sailboat Entertainment Booking if you're a band looking for a great show, because Nick Sally's the man to hook you up. He's great. He's a excellent promoter. He'll hook you up when you come to his venue. He's real lenient on a lot of things, but he doesn't deal with bullshit. He doesn't deal with that stuff, so you gotta
fucking say whatever you want.
That's fucking awesome.
Well, he is a fucking man.
So yeah, show him some love.
Want to say something?
yeah, and June 15th we're playing Dirt Fest on day 3 on Sunday. We're headlining that one. So
No, say it wrong.
We're fucking headlining that show.
all right, we're fucking headlining that one.
Be there. All right, good. Look forward to seeing you guys again. Name of the band again?
With Life Comes Death.
Great, man. Great interview.
And now, a public service announcement from Noah Goki.
I don't know, guys. You better be careful with the Mountain Dew because it's going to be like ads about chewing tobacco where your face falls off. They're going to start having those like, this guy drank Mountain Dew every day. And it's like no teeth left. Part of his face is hanging off. There's like hair growing out of the inside for some reason, and nobody knows why. They're like, what's happening to him? They're like, we've never seen this. He drank so much goddamn Mountain Dew, we can't figure it out!
This is Kyle Mackay. You can come see our CD release show at the Waiting Room on 5/24. We're releasing our EP from Mike Cadillac from It Dies Today. We're playing a show tonight, which is, I That's weird.
Diceros. I'm from the
Yeah,
government.
Diceros. I'm from the government. Scenery and Solace up at the Evening Star. And yeah, come check us out. May 24th, waiting room. 24th. Yeah.
Shoot down, all your ships now. Radio, all your friends. The war is on again. Shoot down, Mountain glaciers recording. You scattered through the time like sand. Tomorrow, sat down again. Pick it back up just to win. Tomorrow, sat down again. Pick it back up. You'll never win. You'll never win. Shoot the lights out. Maybe they won't see us now. Undercover darkness run. They won't find us again. Shoot out, shoot out, shoot out. Mountain glaciers with your name. Scattering through the time like sand. Hold on, step down again. Pick it back up just to end. Hold on, step down again. Pick it back up. You'll never win. You'll never win.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Noah in the morning.
Noah in the morning. Suck buffalo into you.
Put that buffalo right into you this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, baby. Welcome to the show. Noah in the morning here, live from lovely and palatial Buffalo, New York, on the All Western New York Radio Broadcast Network. You can give me a call at the show anytime today at 716-402-4218. That is our phone number. And that's our Skyper. Our Skype handle, all WNY Radio. You can contact us there as well. Welcome to the show. I am here from lovely and palatial Buffalo, but my background today is a lovely and palatial Venice Canal. Isn't that nice? Look at that. And it does crazy things with the Googles when you put your hands up to it. Ooh, yeah. See, that's fun. Isn't that fun? So I'm mostly here from the Venice Canal. Oh, that screwed it all up. Okay, we're good again. You know, we're in beta, folks. I'm helping Google test this thing out right now. I think it looks pretty good, though. I wonder what this guy over here is doing. What's that guy doing? You see that guy? Where is he? Right over here. Pinched him. It's all good now. I think being here in Venice, I need some kind of a nice tiara. There we go. Stay with me, tiara. Okay. All right, now we can continue on with the show. Thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. You know, kids these days find all kinds of interesting drugs to do. New and exciting, innovative ways to snort things or smoke things or put things into their asses, frankly. If you do a quick Googles, you can find videos of kids smoking coffee grounds, snorting crushed candy Smarties. I'm not sure if that's actually real, but they are out there. There are more serious new fads teens have, such as vodka eyeballing. That's when you pour a shot of vodka in your eyeball. Now, granted, I want to try this, but first of all, how do you get the entire shot of vodka in your eye? It seems to me like you really wouldn't need a whole shot. Most of it's just going to dump all over your face and hair and be a big mess there. You just need an eyedropper of vodka, really, I guess. I don't want to give anybody any ideas. Kids, don't try this at home. But if I was going to do a vodka eyeball, I'd do it with a dropper. There's also butt chugging. This one I probably won't try. I mean, we'll see. I don't want to rule anything out, but the butt chugging sounds like that's a little intense. There's other things. There's cold and sinus medications that have dextromethorphan. Probably didn't say that right, but God bless it. It's some kind of crazy drug that gets you seriously high. Makes you feel like you're outside your own body. That does sound interesting. Man, kids are brave these days. Cough medications have been popular, even with famous rappers like Lil Wayne with the purple drink. But now there's a new drug, a new teen fad, a drug that is taking over America. And you might be surprised to learn, ladies and gentlemen, that it's this right here. It's Burt's Bees. Little tube of Burt's Bees. You may not have realized this, but this is one of the most powerful drugs known to man. How do you use it, you ask? Well, teens have figured this out. You put it on your eyelids. It's true. It's true. Let's go to Urban Dictionary right now and look up Beezin. Beezin from Urban Dictionary. To apply a light layer of Burt's Bees natural lip balm wax on one's eyelids for a freaky yet pleasurable tingling sensation. Usually applied when one is really fucking high. Alright, well, it's a little early. I'm not really fucking high, but I'm going to try this anyway because I have some Burt's Bees here. I'm going to apply. I don't know what the recommended dosage is here. There's not a lot of information on the web about this practice. But I'll tell you this, I did try a little bit earlier before the show, just to try it out. Just a tiny, tiny little bit, and I put it on my eyelid, and it was freaky, yet pleasurable. Alright, I'm going to go one at a time. Do this eye first. This is a lot more than I put on before the show. So if that was any indication, this is going to get really freaky really fast. I really don't want to get it in my eye. I think that's the danger here with the bees. And kids, don't try this at home. Don't anybody try this at home. Unless you want to. It's probably really harmless. But don't do it, on my advice. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I'm trying it for you. I'm trying it so you don't have to try it, you know? Let's see. I'll tell you what happens. This is for science. It's a science experiment today on the show. Oh, I'm already feeling something. Okay, I have thoroughly coated my eyelids. Whew! Okay. Oh, I think I might have got some in my eye. That's not going to be good. That'll be bad if there's... Oh. It's freaky. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's hard to open my eyes any more than just like a little bit because it stings. The menthol, like the vapors, I feel like are all over my eyes. Whoa. I think I'm starting to get the effects now, though. Wow. I am fully Beezin right now. Dude, I'm so Beezin. Holy shit. I'm Beezin my balls off. Right now, live on the air. Wow. It's crazy. I don't even know how to explain this. It's like riding a frozen peppermint patty through a half pipe in the middle of a blizzard on fire. Yep. Actually, that pretty much sums it up perfectly right there. Oh, I'm starting to well up a little bit. It's getting a little painful. A little too much Beezin. This is a little intense, man. I'm not sure I can handle this. I got to take off this tiara. Oh boy, this is too much. It's too much. Oh man. What do we need? I need to cover it up. Put the dog mask on. Okay, there we go. Okay, I feel better already. It's gonna be really hard to carry on with the show and like read things to you peoples while I'm Beezin because I can't open my eyes. That's the greatest effect that I'm feeling right now is that I can't open my eyes, in all honesty. It's sort of like a frozen rainbow has just pierced the center of my brain. Or, yeah, riding the peppermint patty, that was pretty close. I can't understand why anyone would do this. It's, as far as I can tell, just an awful, awful idea. Wow. Maybe I didn't do it right. Maybe I didn't put enough on. I'll put some more on later. My eyes feel really crazy, though. And it did say you should already be drunk or high when you do it, right? Maybe this is more of a Noah's Ark experiment. Well, we got to have the control group, and that is me right now. It's Noah in the morning, 10:12. We're live from the All Western New York Radio broadcast studio located here in lovely Venice, Italy. Dog mask has to go. It's starting to hurt. Put on a hat. Here we go. No, I'm going to put on some devil horns. Oh, my eyes are watering now. I am Beezin my brain off right now. Oh, boy. This Beezin is intense. Hey, that's good. Those devil horns kind of match my Buffalo Bills logo. All right. Well, authorities are now investigating Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith after a photo surfaced earlier this month of their fully clothed 13-year-old daughter, Willow, lying on a bed with the shirtless 20-year-old former Hannah Montana actor, Moses Arias. Quote, the investigation was formally opened last week by Los Angeles Department of Children and Family Services and is being taken very seriously by the department. Will and Jada Pinkett Smith have been extremely cooperative with officials. Of course, they aren't happy that their parenting skills are under scrutiny, but they understand. It definitely sucks if you're a parent and you're getting investigated for, having your daughter in a sexually suggestive photograph. That doesn't look good for the Smith family. Really, I think what this comes down to is where is the line when these celebrities are trying to push their kids into fame? Willow has a music career, and publicity is king in the music industry these days. And yes, in case you're wondering, my eyes are just watering profusely this whole time that I'm talking because of the Beezin. It was a terrible, terrible idea. I'll be okay. I can carry on. I can get through the Beezin. And then we'll put some more on in a little bit. Whoa, there I am. But it's Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith being famous musicians and actresses themselves, and wanting to get the kids into the work. I mean, they've done a lot of work. Willow's a musician, as I said. Their son has done work. I think he was the Karate Kid, right? Which is god awful. That was a horrible idea. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. And as a parent, I can't imagine how it would feel to be investigated by Child Services for some kind of lewd photograph, potentially, that you put out. But, I mean, with the public interest in it, they have to do something. It is sort of ridiculous. So maybe this is that line, and they just crossed it. At least they'll get, a solid month of investigation out of it. It won't just be a couple of days. It's going to be a serious look into it by Child Services, which has definitely sucked for them. So hopefully that's enough to make them learn their lesson. They need to keep it under wraps a little bit more. I mean, the sexual, suggestive stuff in music nowadays, especially with younger girls, is out of control. Look what it's done to Miley Cyrus. She's probably beezing her ass off right now. She's probably beezing constantly. That midget that she has on tour, she's beezing. Oh. All right. We're going to take a short break. We're going to play a song from Mr. Andrew J. Reimers, who we're hearing in the background today. I haven't heard this album, The Country Punk Extravaganza. It is fantastic. Andrew Reimers is one of my favorite local artists. We were lucky enough to have him in studio. He appears quite a bit on my co-host, Think So Joe's other podcasts. And just a generally good dude and a great musician. Great stuff that these guys turn out. There you go. And I'm beezing so hard right now, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Really need to just go wash my face. The Beezin was a terrible, terrible decision. And I will pay for this for a long, long time. Maybe a new hat will make me feel better. Here we go. At least if I put on the cat face, then you can't see me crying non-stop here on the air. That's what we're in for today, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a really disturbing show. That's what I'm going for. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to Noah in the Morning here on All Western New York Radio. We're going to hear Andrew J. Reimers' Country Punk Extravaganza with 10 Degrees on New Year's Eve. Dig it.
Pardon me, Lord, don't mean to bother, no, I don't mean to complain. It's 10 degrees on New Year's Eve, and there ain't no one else left to blame. Nights like these, I don't care. I don't care how low I sing. And the girl who's halfway round the world don't like it when I drink. Devil staring a black leather jacket, but overwhelmed by the taste of champagne. And the show's finally over, the lights all been lowered, and my cab's already on its way. Go ahead on without me, boys. I just came here to play. Now that punk rock girl is back there, and she's begging me to stay. But it's of others before her there. But I ain't the gambling kind, and nobody could have seen this coming, said nobody could have seen this coming, nobody could have seen this coming, but the way that she moved, that fire in her eye, it was almost done by design. Oh. Just one thing gotta ask, to close the book on a cold New Year's Eve, that the girl who's halfway round the world will never know a thing. 'Cause I've had second chances, I've been here before, in some backstage romance with some Allentown whore. It's a life that I've long left behind. Oh, but nobody could have seen this coming, said nobody could have seen this coming, nobody could have seen this coming, but the way that she moved, that fire in her eye, it was almost done by design. And I know I don't think right half of the time. No.
We are Diceros.
Kevin.
I'm JR.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jay.
I'm Ryan.
I'm George.
And you're listening to AllWesternNewYorkRadio.com.
That's right, baby. AllWesternNewYorkRadio.com. Noah Goki with you here. Noah in the morning. That is the show. It is 10:23 a.m. I am live here, and I am Beezin, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Burt's Bees has been applied to my eyelids. Now, before the break, I tried this, and I just started to stream tears down my face. It was god-awful. So I washed that shit off. I wiped it off, and now I've applied a fresh layer of Burt's Bees because I think I was doing it wrong. You're supposed to be drunk and high when you do it. So what I did was go and do 6 shots of vodka, and then I came back and I put a fresh layer of Burt's Bees on my eyelids. And it's pretty magical. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm feeling pretty crazy here live from Venice. Things are starting to get just a little bit spacey here on the show. Wow, that's interesting. I'm not really sure what's happening. What's going on here? Where's my voice? What's happening? Why I'm Beezin so hard. Oh my God, the Beezin is taking over. Beezin, man. I'll tell you right now, I'm feeling terrible from Venice. Things are starting to get just a little bit spacey. Is that me? From the past? Wow, that's interesting. Well, that's interesting. What's happening? I'm reliving my own life. Oh my goodness. From 30 seconds ago. I need a new hat. I'm gonna put on graduation hat in the interest of science. Here I am. Beezin my balls off. Oh, the balls. What happened? Burt's on your balls. Huge balls. I'm beezin so hard. Beezin easy. I can't even it's a Burt's graduation hat in the interest of science. What's happening in the past? Beezin my balls off. I sound like I'm beezin like crazy. I need to put on some more Burt's beans. This looks good. Smells good. Beezin. Oh, don't get it in your eyes. Don't get it in. That's me from the distant past. Crazy. That is crazy. I heard myself from a minute ago. This looks good. Oh yeah, that's it, baby. Hey, I can see myself putting the Burt's beans. It's crazy. I'm Beezin, ladies and gentlemen. We're live with the Beezin. I heard myself from a minute ago. This looks good. Oh yeah, that's it, baby. Oh, holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. It's all in the interest of science, and that's why I'm wearing my science graduate hat. I've just graduated from the University of Beezin. And so have you. Wow, that was intense. All right, I'm going to try to get through some more news for you, but I'll tell you, I am beezing my brain off right now. This hat is the only thing containing the top of my head right now. It's true. All right, a bizarre story from California. A woman who disappeared as a teenager a decade ago was reunited with her family after she went to police and told them that her mother's ex-boyfriend drugged and kidnapped her in 2004, forced her to marry him, and fathered her child. A story that's tragically similar to the Cleveland story where that guy had basically imprisoned women into his house. This one's slightly different because toward the end, he didn't have her imprisoned. At first, he imprisoned her, and then over time, basically, she got Stockholm Syndrome. One of their neighbors said, quote, "He treats her like a queen. He does his best to do whatever she wants." They had a kid together. They had parties at the house. But she was actually a captive. She had married him. Apparently, this man named Isidro Garcia, Bell Gardens, California, had told the woman that if she tried to contact her family, the police would deport her to Mexico, and he was her only hope. At first, he had her locked up, and then, bizarrely, they just led a normal life. It makes you wonder, right? Like, who down the street is imprisoned? You know, makes you wonder about your neighbors. Makes you start to get a little bit curious. Makes you start to feel the Beezin, and you wonder, what's going on with these people? Hopefully not Beezin. What have I got myself into? Now I'm beezing so hard. All I can do is. It's the Beezin Show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. That is crazy though. Bizarre story. Thankfully, the woman now free, reunited with her family. My hat sort of floating in the middle of the air, which I think that's where my head really is. Oh, I moved it. What else do we have going on? Maybe we should do the rest of the news I was going to talk about in Beezin form. It's only fair, right? I don't know if we'll play the from the past, but the U.S. military now sending troops in Nigeria to look for the kidnapped Nigerian schoolgirls. I saw a thing on BuzzFeed where someone had said so wrong to kidnap those girls from Niagara Falls. Brilliance out there in the world. That's where I wear my smart hat when I'm Beezin. President Barack Obama informed the House Speaker and the Senate of the move. The forces will be involved in maintaining air, analyzing data, because they are armed. My letter from the House Speaker of the House Rear Admiral John Kirby said. Wow. Okay, I can't do it anymore. God, I'm breathing so hard. Oh. That was intense. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, with Beezin, and this should be a cautionary word for all of you. Don't beeze when you're trying to host a radio show, because you eventually lose your mind. And that's what's happened to me. Boko Haram abducted more than 200 girls last month from a school in northern Nigeria. So finally now the troops are being deployed. I mean, it's been a huge public relations nightmare for Nigeria, absolutely. I mean, they've got bigger concerns than that, but something like this, for some reason, celebrities get involved in the United States. They feel like they've got to try to help, which good for them. I mean, it's sort of interesting that they pick their spots to jump on a cause, but you know, it's good that they use their fame for something better at least. So that's become big, and that worldwide kind of notoriety for this tragic incident really is what now results in the United States having to be the world police, Team America, sending in the troops. Just like this.
America, America, fuck yeah!
This is so poorly recorded. I think there's somebody actually sitting along with it. It's me. Yeah.
Now you have to answer to America. Fuck yeah! So lick my butt and suck on my balls, America. Fuck yeah!
Oh yeah, baby. That's what it's all about right there. So Team America is going to Nigeria. I agree, something has to be done. It's crazy, but you know, it's taken so long for this to happen that I hate to say this, but it may be too late. Boko Haram has already said they were going to sell the kids, quote, at market. Ugh. It's a disturbing world. That's our international news for the day today. I'm just beezing so hard. I'm beezing, man. Have you seen the new McDonald's logo? This is my thought of the new McDonald's logo. Yes, Wilhelm. It's a scary one. They're calling it McScary. You should Google this. Check it out. The new Happy Meal mascot. It's like a demonic red box, okay, with these creepy kind of Muppet eyes set on top, golden arches for hair or a hat or something, and then a really creepy big like black smile of death. If you went into McDonald's Beezin, you'd jump right out the window because you'd have to give up at that time. I can't even look at it anymore. Got to scroll down and get away from it. It's going to haunt my nightmares. Comments about the logo? Quote, "It's the meal that eats you." Another one said, quote, "I didn't want to sleep tonight anyway. It's cool." I mean, looking at it, outside of the horrified visions of my Beezin state right now, trying to look at it objectively, it's a terrible logo. It's got creepy little shoes. I'm gonna put on some more bees right now. Let's get this going. I'm gonna call Tommy Loop in a second. Oh boy, we're Beezin now. Holy shite. That was a lot. It was more than I wanted to put on. I'm gonna be Beezin so crazy now. McScary. This is the sound of McScary. Yes. Tommy Loop, of course, our #1 correspondent, along with Mr. Jean Ben, our other #1 correspondent. Let's see if we can get him on the line right now. We've got much to talk about with Mr. Tommy Loop today. Mexican beef eaters, Buffalo Bills, selling the team.
Surprise, Buckheads!
The old Team America, you gotta love it. Mr. Loop, how are you, my friend? Welcome to the show.
Hi. I'm very relieved.
You are relieved?
Yes. As a Western New York sports fan, the Bills have made a wise decision to go in with a law firm and Morgan Stanley to prepare the Bills for sale.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about this. This is big news. They have now assembled the transaction team. According to Russ Brandon, it's going to be Morgan Stanley and Proskauer Rose. Morgan Stanley is the investment bank. Proskauer is the law firm to represent the team. And the interesting thing about this, Tommy Loop, is how quickly it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, they've really been moving quickly to make this sale go forward. I've been saying for a while, since Ralph Wilson passed, this sale will take years, but now it seems like they are really moving the ball forward.
Yeah, and the other thing is it eliminates all that political garbage regarding the sale, where the stadium's going to go, and they just said, nope. We're doing this. This is going to happen. Yeah,
and they did talk about the stadium a little bit. Russ Brandon touched on it. His major point with the stadium is, look, we're doing a $130 million renovation to Ralph Wilson Stadium right now. That's the focus, right. And it is a good point because they're going to be doing a lot there to really improve the fan experience and make it a more modern and up-to-date stadium. Yeah. I mean, you can't change the basic structure of it, but the structure of Ralph Wilson Stadium is great in a lot of ways. There are great sight lines, and it's a fun stadium to watch a football game and for fans to get really excited. But he did mention the new stadium, and he said basically that he defers to your favorite organization in the world, Tommy, the new Stadium Working Group. Now, look, I know that you don't want to hear that. It's the whole argument that too many chefs spoil the stew, and I agree with you because it's become a huge bureaucracy now with committees and all these different things. But the good part of the new Stadium Group is that they're throwing ideas at the wall to see what sticks and try to figure out where it can go. And I think that this news that the team has moved so quickly to select an investment bank and to get the team sold is good news for the possibilities of a new stadium, because that makes it all that more closer to when this can become a real process. Given the renovations to Ralph Wilson Stadium, which are ample, they can get another 5 years out of the stadium, maybe even a few more if they really, really stretch it. And then in the end, they could move to have a new stadium. By the time this lease is hitting year 6, when the danger of relocation becomes very real, they can have that stadium ready to go by that point. Still, I know I was a cynic at first, but I'm starting to come around with how quickly this process is moving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was huge. So what's there to talk about now? It just basically eliminated any prospective outside buyers. Because, obviously the main focus is keeping them here. Right. And doing that, it's like, we're going to, everything is probably going to be a package deal. And this morning, and I mentioned this before, finally a credible news source does their job. Tom Golisano's name has been thrown up, and he's first in line to bid. Right. And that's for real. So.
Well, the other news that has come out about this sale is that it's going to be very hard for somebody to try to come in and move the team. I mean, you've seen the backlash to John Bon Jovi. I don't know how real the threat of John Bon Jovi assembling his group of Canadian investors and moving the Bills to Toronto is. I don't know if that's just pie in the sky dreaming on their part, but even if it is, look at the backlash that it's created in Buffalo. I mean, there's an organization, it's the 12th Man Thunder or something like that, that's putting up billboards and memes left and right of banning John Bon Jovi. John Bon Jovi has been banned in Western New York, apparently.
So stupid.
I know, it's ridiculous, but the league's stance on this is that the Bills are important to Buffalo. Buffalo is a viable market. Toronto is a part of Buffalo's market, but it's not where the team is going to be located. Right. Because that's not where the heart and soul of the team is, which is in Western New York, somewhere close to Buffalo, the actual city of Buffalo, if not within the city of Buffalo. And, there's plenty of buyers out there who are more than happy to keep the team in Buffalo. People have come out of the woodwork. Even a ridiculous statement by somebody like Donald Trump, who's probably just really seeking publicity in the end. But it's interesting that that's the statement, is not that I would buy the team and move them, but the statement is that I would buy the team and keep them there.
Yeah.
So the news is good. If you're a Bills fan, the news is good right now. But we've got to keep our eye on it. We've got to keep watching it and see what happens. The new owner is the whole key to the situation with the team staying in Western New York, and also with the stadium. And the stadium process doesn't move forward till there's a new owner. But now the new owner may be coming along. Who knows? Could be this season.
Right. That is correct. Yeah, but then until then, you get to hear reports that the stadium could be built in Chaffee, Darien,
sure,
stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
And none of that is going to happen. And, it was really good news. It happened. I think it broke yesterday afternoon around 2:00, and they had to put a lot of people at ease out here. So,
right.
By the way, how's the Beezin?
The Beezin. I'll tell you, my friend, the Beezin is pretty intense. My mind is in a different world right now. I've disassociated from my body, and I'm floating within the ether somewhere. I'm looking at this picture of me in Venice, and I think that's where I actually really am right now. But at the same time, I feel like a genius. I'm telling you, it's like cocaine, heroin, weed, purple drink, Smarties, and coffee grounds, all mixed up into one shot on your eyelid.
You said Smarties and coffee.
I'm going to start every day from now on with a fresh layer of Beezin on my eyelids. I'll tell you, right before I called you, I put a bunch on, a whole ton of this stuff, all over my, there's a chunk of it right there, all over my eyelids, and I'll tell you, it feels amazing. Never felt better. Beezin. Don't try it at home, kids. Don't try this at home. But it is the greatest thing. You don't want to try this shit. You don't want no part of this shit. It's the greatest drug ever made, and it has no side effects.
Yeah, stuff you don't do it. You make it live to 500.
All right, I know, Tommy, we're beating the dead horse talking about the Bills, but it's an interesting situation, and we got to keep following it to see what happens here. So interesting news there. Do you follow the World Cup at all?
Only the year it's there. I like watching it, and I just saw the beef story, and I don't know why they were banned.
Yeah, interesting story. Interesting story. Mexico's World Cup players have been banned from eating beef, which the move is aimed at avoiding positive doping tests, because apparently the beef in Mexico has clenbuterol in it, which happens to be a performance-enhancing drug, but they're just pumping the cows full of it in Mexico. So they get huge and muscular, you know what I mean? So that they're just huge, roid-raging cows everywhere in Mexico, and that's what they're feeding their soccer players.
They bench press in the barns.
Right. During the 2011 Gold Cup, 5 Mexico players tested positive for clenbuterol. The Mexican Football Federation eventually cleared the players of any kind of doping, But the World Anti-Doping Agency accepted it, and it said they had compelling evidence that meat in Mexico was contaminated consistently with clenbuterol and produced these positive tests. Mexico, I'll tell you, man, it's another world. It's the China of the West.
I just don't know what to say. I mean,
Tommy, you've known for years about the phenomenon of hormones in the meat, for sure.
Yeah.
The hormones are in the meat here in America as well, although I'm not sure it's clenbuterol. It's something they can't test for yet, most likely. Some kind of newly engineered performance-enhancing substance. It just makes the cows grow like gigantic testicles. Even the females, the milk the dairy cows, they grow testicles, just enormous testicles. They start eating all the dairy cows. The cows start eating each other. Start eating all the other animals on the farm. This is going to be like The Walking Dead, but it's going to be The Walking Cows. Just zombie roid rage cows foaming at the mouth, walking the streets of Venice, eating everyone.
Funniest part is this butyrol thing is true, and but the first thing that come to mind that wasn't true was Barry Bonds taking flaxseed oil, not knowing it was Cuban growth hormone. So I'm just, man, I don't know what to say. It's oh my God, it's just ridiculous.
Absolutely.
The drug police of sports.
Tommy, you going out for the big Nik Wallenda secret stunt at Darien Lake?
No, what's going on with that?
So he's going to start performing a regular residency at the park on June 24th. So he's doing a big promotional stunt here at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be called Nik Wallenda Beyond the Falls. It's going to be at the 1,800-seat indoor Galaxy Theater. And it's going to be Nik, his mother, Delilah, his wife, Arundira, and they're going to do bicycle riding, pole climbing, all sorts of crazy tightrope stunts. Right. So as a preview for this, he's doing a secret show Saturday at Darien Lake.
Yeah, I'll be out of town. But, oh my God, is he going to say, "Oh, thank you, Jesus, you're my shield, you're my every step"? You know, he'll say, "Thank you, Jesus." "Oh, thank you, Jesus." Oh, it almost sounds like a porno. Like, Nik, relax.
Oh, Jesus, thank you.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah, that's good right there, right there. And the wind is nice.
I just wonder what the secret stunt's going to be. You remember back in the day, you'd seen cartoons, the guys that would climb the big ladder and then they'd jump into like the glass of water? Could he do that?
Yeah.
I'm just spitballing here.
That would be something he's never done.
He comes out and he buys the bills.
That's your secret stunt.
There's the secret. I own the bills. I'm sorry, it's the Burt's Bees talking.
But it's still funny, so it doesn't matter. He buys the bills. They come out with crucifixes in the sides of their helmets. They change their logo.
Yeah. What if he did like an Evel Knievel thing? He could ride a motorcycle down a tightrope and then over 14 flaming semis.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Nik Wallenda. We need to talk to Nik Wallenda. We're gonna get him. We'll get some Burt's Bees on his eyes, and then we're gonna fucking go to town with these stunts.
Yeah. All right. Now let's see how badass you are.
Yeah.
I've heard. I'm joking about the religion thing and all that.
Right.
My brother had met him prior to walking the falls, and he had nothing but good things to say about the guy. He's
sure.
Yeah, this great guy, and you know, it's hard to believe that he's. I think he's just about to turn. It's not. He is 35.
Yeah, 35. So, that's right.
Yeah, it's hard to. I mean, just, you know, I'm in that era where I'm passing by age.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm going to be 39. No, he's 35 and he's doing this. Yeah, I don't know. That's just one of those mindless thoughts that makes any sense. But No, he gets a lot of things and then said, that he's a great guy and all that. But I'm interested to find out what his stunt is. I like the glass of water one. That's my favorite.
Dive into the glass of water? Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be a good one.
Yes, from an Olympic-sized platform.
Yeah. An enormous platform with a tiny little glass of water to jump in.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Why not just add some water? While you're there, Devil, add a springboard to it.
That's the sound of Nik Wallenda. Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be entertaining. Nik Wallenda, definitely a master marketer. His stunt at the Falls was watched by, 13 million people internationally? It was a big TV special. He walked across the Grand Canyon last year. I can't imagine what Nik Wallenda got paid to walk across Niagara Falls. Man, he sold that big. Sold it to TV networks and everything like that. Genius.
I mean, does this guy even have a pulse rate is what I want to know. I mean, does he wake up in the morning with like 15 beats a minute? I'd like to pick his brain and see what see what's going through his mind.
Yeah. How does he maintain that extreme calm?
How do you maintain that flat line?
Yeah. And that's key. That's key. If you get nervous, I heard a story about his father who actually died doing a tightrope act. And his mother had said the only time she ever saw him nervous before an act, before a stunt, was the one he died before. The only time he was ever nervous. And she knew something was weird about it, and then he went up and he actually fell.
Wow. Yeah, that's just crazy how you gotta wonder how these guys think. They have to have an extremely low heart rate. Something's different in the brain.
Yeah. Well, it's just practice, I think. It's like anything. They're on that rope so much that it becomes second nature to them. And, from there, it's blocking out your surroundings and just focusing on the rope. But you're right. That's the key thing right there is how do you block everything out so well that you're completely calm and able to just focus on the rope and just walking across. It's got to be crazy.
And be like, I'm walking to the mailbox.
Yeah, right.
I'm 300 feet above Niagara Falls.
That's the last thing you want. Wait, I'm 300 feet above Niagara. Oh, the Wilhelm.
I mean, that's probably the equivalency to us. We're like going for a walk just to take the garbage out, and this cat's like in his head he's going for a walk taking the garbage out above the Grand Canyon.
Right.
It's just amazing.
Oh man. Funny stuff. The Wilhelm.
Yeah.
One more Wilhelm. There it is. Tommy, I have to mention, I saw this story about two men who jumped a train in Buffalo. There are still apparently hobos out there who are jumping trains to head south. And I was just thinking, you and me, buddy, let's go. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Bob Dylan style.
Yeah.
Let's go. 2
guitars. We'll just strap them to our backs. We'll hop the train. Well, one of these guys apparently got arrested, so that's not good.
No.
We can be more smooth than these cats, though. They were not smart. Not smart. What's our strategy? I think this is going to be like an "Oh brother, where art thou" thing, where we get it. Well, it's already moving. We run up at when it's already going. And if the conductor sees us, we beat him relentlessly until he decides that we're good people. He wants to have us around.
That's right. That's right.
Applause.
What's that we're on? What's that we're on? What's that we're on? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. Are we on? Okay, thank you.
I just noticed that Google has sound effects as well. So I can give you a rim job. There we go. Hey. Oh, that's how I'm going to introduce you from now on, Tommy. It's the Thomas Loop.
Wow, we got bright in here.
Right. There's just rays of sunshine streaming in the window. Oh, there's a bell.
Yeah.
If anything goes over, if we need to end something, we've got the gong. Perfect.
Everybody must get stoned.
Ooh, dramatic music. Wow, this is genius.
In a world.
Laugh track. Ticking clock. Crickets. Oh, boy. Google, they're just making it too easy for me these days.
It's awesome.
It's the Tommy Loop. Put a little drum roll with the fanfare in there. You like that?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm trying to compose, but I don't want to because it's so fun.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, Beezin.
This week I Know in the Morning, Noah does Beezin. But you know what? There's a dark side to Beezin. A dark side.
Yes, in ancient civilization, Buffalo in the 1950s. Dramatic version of all WNY radio.
In a world where Burt's Bees is all over people's fucking eyelids, no one is safe.
Beautiful!
Ladies and gentlemen, what do you need when you want to grow your soccer players? Clenbuterol!
Sold in your local dairy freezer.
Oh, fun with hotkeys. Beautiful.
Oh my God.
It's like Google went into my head and said, what would you like for your radio show, Noah? You want to be in Venice? We'll put you in Venice. You want a crazy graduation hat? We'll give you that too. And if you go a little over, we'll give you this. That's how you know.
The splendid Noahs in the morning.
That's right.
Mr. Collins.
Beautiful. Tommy Loop.
You can use the build up that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Noah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Noah. Oh my good Lord, I'm going to have a lot of fun with these. Tommy Loop, the Burt's Bees is taken over the show. I have lost my mind in more ways than one today.
How does this compare to Salvia?
It's much, much more intense than Salvia. Salvia, as I've said, is sort of like a chainsaw cutting through your head, or like a jagged saw, like lumberjack saw. You know, through your head, like the world splitting open, and you're inside and outside of it. I don't really know how to explain that. That's the best I could do right there. Burt's Bees is more like an icicle drill made of frozen rainbows, drilling into each of your temples at the same time, and instead of blood pouring out of your brain, it's your soul, and it floats around outside of your head. It comes down, it goes back, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is Beezin. Thank you. Beezin, Noah in the morning.
Frozen rainbows.
Frozen rainbow icicle drill. It's a real thing. And when it goes in, you say this. Beautiful. Tommy Loop, good talking to you, my friend.
You too.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for joining Noah in the morning again. We'll talk next week?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye. Tommy Loop, our great friend, thank you so much again for joining us. This is just wild with the sound effects. Isn't that good? Isn't that good? All right. Time to end the show. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, here on allwesternnewyorkradio.com. I'm going to get up on out of here now. But thank you so much for tuning in. Give us a call here at All WNY Radio anytime at 716-402-4218. Take my hat off for you. There we go. Wow, I faded in and out of the Venice. Thank you so much for listening, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back here next week. Have a great weekend. We're going to have a big show of Noah's Ark next week, next Wednesday. Karina and Six Strings Preacher going to be in studio. Man, I'm beezing so hard. I got to go. Till next time, good luck. Have fun.
Noah in the morning. Suck the last into you.